welcome back to Shakhtar's Glory, episode 84. And we're starting off on a slightly different screen today. As you can see, I'm on the staff search. And it looks like it's mostly scouts, but it is a director of football I'm looking at. Primarily just to do my contracts. We had a lot of players coming out of contract this year, and it took me ages to sift through them all and go through them. I am hiring him just literally to do my contracts for me. Just pure laziness, no transfer business, nothing like that. Just pure contract negotiations for the staff, the players, and whatnot. I may step in and do some of them myself, but primarily I'm probably going to be looking at just passing them over to him. Now, there's only really one candidate that sort of covers. I mean, I don't have to go for the best one because it's just a negotiation, so I don't have to go for the best director of football stats, I suppose. But there's one name on there that sticks out as an Arsenal fan, so I'll let you work out who it is I've applied for and offered a contract to. Negotiated it down a little bit, so he's not quite as expensive as you were originally asking, but they're all unemployed as well, so they're not going to cost me. Well, I think they all are, but the one he certainly is. It's obviously get there. It's Mark Overmars. He's unemployed. He's been unemployed since he was let go by or left Ajax. Not too sure which. So we'll just take a quick look at him. Doesn't need to be, like I say, doesn't need to be doing too much. He left in 2020, so what was that, last year? So he's been out of work for a while, but he'll be able to do the job, and he's an Arsenal legend. He's Dutch, so he's in orange, a bit like Shakhtar, so couldn't turn it down. So today we are going to be playing Zorya in the league. Bit of a break up, just to break up the Champions League a little bit. Partly to break up the Champions League, but also because I'm just trying to. I possibly mentioned it in a couple of the videos before this. In fact, almost certainly. Just trying to get a little bit ahead. Well, quite a bit ahead. So I'm ready for while I'm away on holiday. I've got the videos coming out up to it and a couple coming out after it. So I'm not under any pressure to try and rush and edit and all that sort of stuff. So I'm getting there. And so I'm just taking a few league games in there just so I don't have to play so much between. But also it is Zorya. They're a team I like playing. I've mentioned it a few times. And they're a good team. They always give us a good game, and I'm sure today will be no different. Now, we last met for the Sparta Prague game, which was the last game, and it was the last episode, so 5-0, easy win. I think that sealed. It's been about a week since I played, or certainly 5 or 6 days, I think. Had another little short weekend break as well, so that kind of sort of took a bit of time away from what I would have been doing. And yeah, we are guaranteed through. So that last game against Bayern Munich, I think, which is not the next game after this, but one after, we've got Kiev. I know we've got a few more games. So yeah, we had Zorya, Kiev and Kapati before, and I thought, do you know what? We've played Kiev already once or twice this season. We played them at the end of last season. Kapati aren't really anything, and Zorya are there, and they're third at the moment. They're in a really good season. Partly because they've got quite a few of our players on loan doing really well for them. Obviously can't play today. But we'll see how it goes. A few things to note that's happened since the last episode. The Shevchenko, the goalkeeper, he's not really been playing this season. I've been playing a mixture of Lunin and, is it Rolo? Something like the Argentinian guy I brought in from Boca Juniors. Mixing those round, playing those guys, and he's just got very unhappy. And it's partly spurns the director of football stuff. He's out of contract at the end of the season, and he's basically expressed a wish to go. So I'm trying to sell him. I think he is Ukraine's #1 goalkeeper, so it seems a little bit silly. But I think we do have better options and can have better options than him. He's been a good servant to Shakhtar, but it was a position I just wanted to have a little bit of a mix-up in and put something a bit different there and give something else a bit of a try. So we're going to be doing that, and we are doing that this season, and hopefully we can make it the right decision, I guess. So what we'll do, we'll jump into the team lineups now for the Zorya game, and you'll see those now. So here we are with the lineups. As you can see, very defensive lineup for Zorya, 4-2-1-3. But they do have that Yuri up front. They've got Kudryk, our old goalkeeper, in goal. Now they've missing a lot of players. I think they've got a couple of defenders from us. They've got a couple of all positions from us, really. So it has weakened what they are doing this season, but they're still a very good team. We go for Paulinho up front. We've got Gnabry and Alberto on the wings. Our own Yuri, of course. We've got Kovalenko and Hurtado backed up by Solis. Then we've got Matvienko, Tello, Ordet and Lukacevic and Roffo in goal. quite a strong team. We've obviously got Dynamo Kiev next, and then we have got Karpaty before we have to worry about Bayern Munich. But at the same time, Bayern Munich is it's a dead rubber for us. It'd be interesting to see if we do win the game, if it puts Bayern in jeopardy. So it might be something to look at if we can maybe get one over on them and stop them qualifying. Just put one over on a big potential rival. Obviously, we had Real Madrid in the group stage last season, and we did pretty well against them. But we all know how that went in the final, don't we? So I'm not bitter in the slightest, of course, about that game. I've touched on it a couple of times. That could have meant the end of the series, and I'm loving the Shakhtar series. It's getting to a point now where the new gens are starting to come through. A lot of new players, our youth players are starting to come good, and we're starting to get some good youth intakes. I've got a couple that are looking at coming in next season, again, if we carry on. So it's getting to that point of a game which is really enjoyable, and to end it would have been a bit premature. Plus, I think the timing is a little bit off for starting a new FM18 series, really, as we go close there from Serge Gnabry, who's, I think, top scorer in the league and in the Champions League, I think, at the moment, or certainly Champions League. So we're at half-time, and still 0-0, and we're not seeing much in the way of highlights. We're dominating the possession, we're dominating the shots, but the shots on target is a little bit concerning. We're not getting too many on. It's one of those games, again, and I've just noticed Saheb, the young Iranian guy, I keep doing that, has scored again. He's having a pretty good season. Yeah, I don't know if he'll make it into our first team. He's got some good attributes there, so it might be someone we have on the fringes, but I don't think he's better than what we've got. So what we're going to do, we're going to go in, and we'll go with that. That's a fair reflection. We'll give this maybe 10, 15, 20 minutes, see how we get on. Otherwise, we might have to look at some changes to get us going in this match, because, like I say, we're not really doing too much. Gnabry here on the right-hand side. Can he find the ball? He does, but it's another shot off target. We have a free kick just to start edge of our own half. Gnabry again finds Roberto, and we finally make the breakthrough. Now this is the point where we will probably win maybe 3-4-0 now. It's getting that first goal is always a tough time. You see how defensive they're set up through the middle, and that was a nice little pass there from Kovalenko. Look, did a little, don't know even what you'd call that, but finds Roberto Gnabry, and it's an assist for him and a goal for Yuri Alberto. But yeah, we have another highlight here. This, like I say, I expect the floodgates maybe to open a little bit. One of two things is going to happen. I was literally just about to say the floodgates are going to open, or they're going to get a sucker punch here and grab one back. But we're not playing it very well forward. They're knocking it around the back. This could be brave because we are closing in very well. Oh, and Paulinho has it, and he drags his shot wide. He should have punished them then. That should have been a goal. We're getting to the hour mark. We do have a free kick. It's very poor. Lukacevic, Kovalenko, Paulinho. We're knocking it about very nicely, and my voice is going. I can feel it. Could just feel it going. Don't know if it's some sort of hay fever thing going on there or what. My nose is feeling a bit stuffy as well. I'm not too sure. I hope I'm not coming down with something. My wife had that last week. I really don't get in it. Tello, Matvienko, Solis, Hurtado, Kovalenko. We're playing it round very nicely, but it's just that final ball has been a bit lax, but not this time. Paulinho being made to look like a fool here, aren't I? Every time I say something, the team or the opposition goes out and contradicts me. And if you look at the table on the right hand side there, we are that's at 9 points clear of Dynamo Kiev now. I don't think they're playing today, so they probably have a game in hand. And a great finish by Paulinho, another one of our Brazilian contingent. And on the hour, I think we will probably make some changes. We're going to bring on Seydou Mohamed because he just needs some game time. He's set, and that goes for Matias Fernandez as well. And I've got to be a little bit wary here because I can't bring on any foreign players for Ukrainians because I'm literally playing the limit at the moment. And we're going to bring in, I think, Barco for Hurtado. And let's see if we can maybe change something here. I think we're going to exploit the flanks at the moment because they are very centralised. And yeah, we're going to go with that. We'll attack the wide areas. We should have done that really at the start. As soon as we saw that narrowness, we should have been exploiting the wings. We're in the last sort of 20 seconds of the game. Throwing on the right hand side, doesn't look like it's going to go particularly anywhere. Kovalenko, Yuri Alberto, we're very, very deep at the moment. We're not sort of making that last run. Mohamed, Nabry, Matvienko, can he find the ball in the middle? Not quite, and the full time whistle goes, and Kovalenko come out of that game with looking very tired, but we got the win. 20 shots, 8 on target is a little bit concerning again. I think we do resort to a lot of pot shots when we're playing the league, because we are so restricted to getting in their box because there's so many defensive players there that I think it's just what we end up doing. It takes something to unlock it, and then once we do, we normally get a second or a third or a fourth. Against another team, we probably would have won 4 or 5-0 today, but Zorya, even despite the fact they're missing a few players that we've got on loan with them, they are still a decent outfit, and it was always going to be a tough game. But that is a good win in the league. You get to see some more players, you get to see some more domestic stuff that isn't Dynamo Kiev again. It's normally Zorya. Let's see if anyone else of ours has. Kiev did play and they drew 0-0. So they've dropped some more points. So it's still that 9-point difference. We still haven't lost, of course. Michael Sago scoring for Kapati. Obviously, we play them in 2 games' time or so. And he will not be playing. Thank God, because he's got 10 goals in 14. He's doing very well. He's doing bits for them this season. Had a couple of okay and a couple of indifferent seasons. But this season looks to be... I mean, he's on course to beat his best goals in a season, certainly. Whether he's going to make it, I don't know. I'm not too sure. He's 21 now. He's not... Yeah, I don't think he's going to make it necessarily, but we can get some money for him, hopefully. So where are we coming back to next episode? I think we're probably going to be looking at the Bayern episode. Tempted, again, just to give myself a bit of breathing space to bring you the Kiev or the Kapati game, but I'm not going to. I'm going to keep it for the Bayern game, which is a bit of a dead rubber. Yeah, and then we've obviously got the winter break not long after that, I think, so I'm going to have to play through that to get to a position where we're looking at the Champions League draw for next season. We'll maybe have one of these games after the break. I'm not too sure. We'll see how it goes and how time goes with me getting the episodes ready for my schedule, basically. So if you've enjoyed this episode, please do drop a like, drop a sub on the channel while you're there. I am chasing those 50 subs still, so, well, at the time of recording I'm up to 42, I think I saw this evening. So any subs, if you're new around here, would be very much appreciated. And any comments as well. I've had a few different comments come up, so I've replied to them where I can, and Ted, as always, is replying on every video as I do on his. Yeah, all good. So until next time for that Bayern Munich, well, dead rubber game essentially, which we'll try and bring a bit of a rotation on. I'll see you later. Take care.